The views of the Riding Out All Day podcast are generally satirical in nature. Please don't take anything too serious unless otherwise noted. We are here to entertain, brighten days, and make people laugh. So with that being said, let's get into it.
Riding out all fucking day. We turn down for fucking nothing.
Holy moly.
Look who in the building.
It's about time, goddamn.
What up, my G?
Chilling, you already know.
I'm over here chilling with my January 6s on, baby. Them Air Force Trump ones. I needed to grab them.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay.
You see my name this week. I'm back, baby. I'm back. 2024, okay, well, I'm back.
Post them on Instagram right now.
That's easy. All I gotta do is Google an image. I'll post them, Joe.
Nah, we need full body pic. we need you on that couch chilling
with my gold Trumps on.
Feet kicked up like Wax was when he was in the bed.
No, that means I gotta lay on my stomach. None of that's gonna be happening. Nobody swinging their legs like Whack 100. Hey, real quick question though: the big red boots or the Trump ones? Which ones you rocking?
The Trump ones
all day. Check out that big red boots episode though, y'all. That's a good one.
You wouldn't. I know a bunch of people that wore those big red boots probably right now. Like, what was I thinking?
Yeah, like I was even thinking about trying to get them for my daughter at one point, but I was like, man, she ain't gonna like these stupid ass shoes.
I remember.
Remember I was looking for Zanaya? She was like, she ain't gonna like these dumb ass shoes.
And I'm glad you did it, because that would have sucked for her to have to divorce you as a dad.
Yeah, them big red boots is dumb.
She would have said, Dad, why are you doing this to me?
No, remember on Big Red Boots, you asked CJ and me, if your homie got them Jones on, what's going to happen? I said, man, I'm going to leave that nigga right where the fuck he at. Yo.
Well, what's up, man?
You know, feeling good. Another week. We rolling.
Waiting on our special guest to get in the building.
Yeah, it's gonna be a dope conversation today, man. I feel like we got somebody that does the red carpets and such. You know, it's gonna be a good episode.
A great fucking episode. What else you got going on out in Philly? Philly?
Man, not much. Anything in Philly is going crazy. They down there acting like they ain't got no sense. You know, I stay away from that type of stuff nowadays. But yeah, it's going wild down in the city. So.
I feel like you said it. Every episode.
I guess maybe I do. Well, what's up? You want to get it started?
Hold on. Yeah, we're finna get it started right now. What's up? This your boy Mdavis, and hey, this is the Riding Out All Day podcast, and of course I got my experts. Wait. My nigga. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
You already know. It's the legendary Wayne J. Trump, one half of the legendary Riding Out All Day podcast.
Yeah, I can't call him my nigga. I can't call him my nigga then.
Y'all already know. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. Let me send this thing out. What else you got going on?
Yeah, I was going to say, while we waiting on our special guest to come through. Oh, man, real quick recap. We finally dropped Bought On Live. I just wanted to mention, like, you know, that little clip of Cuz talking about he ain't get slammed on. I felt like I needed to go to YouTube because he was really acting as if he didn't get his head dunked on. Crazy, and it was an N-word.
I mean, I ain't never been dunked on, and if I have, please, if you listening to this, please tell me who I state your name and all that, so I can tell you lying. So I can tell you lying. But yeah, big Cuz got
he got slammed on. Shout out to Big Cuz though. Shout out to Brian. Brian gave him a crazy hat.
And they said your Cuz counter was at 9,999 episode.
It was up there. Hey man, I love my family, man. It is what it is.
It said you went super OD on the cuss. You was having flashbacks of being in the club. Aaron to follow.
Aaron to follow was crazy.
Oh man.
Hey, wait, real quick. Did you see Cam Newton?
Yeah.
That was at his football camp?
Somebody said he had bobby pins in his fedora.
But listen, I was thinking about it, right? I'm sitting here like, y'all understand that this is like probably just depending on how they do it, a Hall of Fame player. That the best NFL players in the world couldn't tackle to the ground. What y'all thought y'all was getting ready to do with this nigga?
Yeah.
What y'all thought this was going to be? Y'all thought y'all was just going to jump him? Ain't he like 6'10"? Ain't he like 6'10" or something like that?
He's a big dude. But let's be clear, we don't know the other side of the story. Maybe homie came out as, like, that's the crazy thing about the media and social media is we don't know what happened. What I do know for sure is that ain't the dude that I would just try to pick with. You know what I'm saying?
But wasn't that it was at his football camp or something like that? It was at something he was having for the kids. So, like you said, we don't know the story, but that's kind of wild.
And it looks like our special guest just walked into the building.
Hey. What's up, guys?
Albert Talks just walked up in the road. What's good, brother?
Hey, I'm well. Thank you so much, guys, for inviting me to talk this evening. I'm looking forward to kicking it with y'all.
Yeah, no doubt. We happy to have you.
That's what's up. So, Albert Talks. I was on social media one day. I was scrolling. I probably was looking at some IG models, something crazy. I scroll past this brother's page, and I saw him doing a red carpet with I'm not Kevin Hart. Excuse me. Who was that?
Kevin Spacey?
Cat Williams. So he was doing he was chopping it up with Cat Williams, and I was thinking, I'm like, yo, that's dope that this brother got an opportunity to talk to Cat Williams, and this is when Cat was on fire.
Yeah, for sure.
So my thing when I was looking at that episode is I was like, damn, it's probably cool that homie gets to talk to Cat Williams, but I want to talk to him.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I want to talk to the dude that's talking to the dude.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
For sure, 100%. Like,
I want to pick his brain. So I told my business partner, I said, yo, I just reposted that clip, manifesting, didn't tell you nothing that Albert didn't know anything. I said, yo, we should try to get him on the pod.
Yeah.
And I posted the clip, and then I, hollered at him in the DMs. He said he was going to check out some episodes. And I said, oh, shit.
Yeah, once he do that, it's a wrap. Once you do that, you got no choice. You got to come kick it on the road.
Hey, you see how Moody thinks. He's like, after you hear us, you got to. Me, I was like, after he hear us, he going to be like, fuck that. He going to be like, he ain't getting on. But I appreciate you coming on with us, man. It's an honor, a privilege. It's Black History Month too, so we all, you know what I'm saying? We all we got.
Yes, sir. Yeah, no, thank you. It's so funny. First off, I appreciate you even coming across the clip and then reposting it, resharing. I feel like these days on social media, engagement, and you guys know about this. You know all about engagement. You know all about trying to get viewers, trying to get listeners, but really to get them to feel activated and get them to care. And we see so much stuff, man. Like, we listen to so much stuff. It comes in and out of our ears, in and out of our eyeballs. And so whenever somebody just takes the moment to, whether it's just smashing that like button or whether it's leaving a comment or whether it's just telling a friend, I just feel like we can't take those moments for granted. Absolutely. And so the fact that you shared the video, the fact that you took the time and you used your platform, you used your space, because honestly, like, at the end of the day, like, our reputation is what we got. And so if you're gonna share something with your followers, like, if you share something that's whack, your followers are looking at that as a reflection of you. Yeah. And they look at that as a reflection of, like, what's going on in your mind. Why did you just take up 3 extra seconds of my day to share this thing that is not relevant at all to me. Why would you do that? And then they consider, like, do I really need to be following you? So just the fact that you thought that what I was sharing was valuable enough, or at least like in line enough with you and with your listeners, it meant a lot to me to share that. So as soon as you shared it, I just had to hit you up and be like, thank you for taking the time to see me in that way.
Absolutely,
100%.
Yeah, that's dope. And the crazy thing is, a lot of people don't share, like, comment. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. You know why, man? I feel like sometimes we can feel like we're in competition with each other. You feel like, okay, well, if I go on this person's page and I like write something in the comments, or I share something, even though I think that it's dope, that's somehow gonna take away from me. Yeah. That's somehow gonna take away from a sponsor seeing me, and like, now I'm not gonna get the ad dollars. Now I'm not gonna get the followers, and I'm adding to, man, and it's false. Like, it's a fake thing. It's a fake thing. I think that we, I don't know where it comes from. I don't know if it just comes from like the nature of humans sometimes just feeling as though, there's only room for one. But I'm not a believer in there's only room for one. I understand, like, there's competition for certain things, but I feel like, honestly, with the internet, and we're going, we'll get into it even deeper.
Yeah.
But, like, and with social media and whatnot, there's so much space out there. That's part of the beauty of this, man. Like, you guys go hard. You record like almost 2-hour long episodes, right? You put them on up. Somehow Spotify still has space for that. Somehow Apple still has space for that. And guess what? You can record another 2 hours tomorrow. You can record another 2 hours. You're not running out of the space. So I feel like there is just such unlimited opportunity for us to share thoughts, to have like different perspectives, and to get it on out there. We don't have to act like there's a scarcity of room for us to talk and for us to be able to hype other people up.
Facts.
It's weird that you started off making a point of social media and the internet space, because like that's what we were going to build the conversation around when we get into it. It's like the internet and how we kind of view it, how it is maybe skewed or enhanced our view of the world and how the world works. So it's dope that you got into that early. We gonna get into a little bit of ignorance though, like a little bit, just a little bit. We gonna get your opinion on some things.
A lot of it. A lot of it.
But real quick, real quick, Al, I got to do my corny dad joke of the day. I do a corny dad joke every pod. This nigga never like it, but we gonna see. All right. All right, y'all ready?
Here we go.
I'm ready.
Yeah, yes.
So my wife is really mad at the fact that I have no sense of direction, right? So look, so I just packed my shit and went right.
What is wrong with you?
Yeah, nigga.
What is wrong?
I just packed my shit and right. Fuck it. It is what it is. Fuck
God.
her. Fuck her.
Hey.
Oh man. Okay.
That's why you single. That's why you
put my business out there.
Hey, we put our business on the net every weekend.
So
Albert,
go ahead,
before we get into any of that, man, give us a small, like a small bio of yourself, because I ain't gonna lie, I did my homework on you, and you got a lot.
Yeah, he got a resume. He got a resume.
Yeah, you got a resume.
You got
a lot of shit going.
He got a resume.
I appreciate you, gentlemen. I guess, like, for the purposes of this pod, I'm gonna focus a little bit on the on like the media resume, because I got a whole bunch of random side gigs that all over the place from other things. But I guess like what y'all might be most interested in is so like I was born and raised in Alexandria, Virginia, so right outside of DC. Shout out to the DMV. Okay. And so I'm an only child, so that meant like while I was growing up, at least in my household, like I spent a lot of time just imagining stuff and like honestly like talking to myself and like playing with action figures, Power Rangers, like all that kind of stuff. And so I just knew that my favorite times were always when I got a chance to kick it with other people. And so whether that meant having cousins come on over, or whether that meant going to school, or whether that meant going to church, it was any space where I got a chance to just be with other people was the jam for me. And so because of that, I got into doing a whole bunch of performance. So I got into doing theater. And then once I got to college, I knew that, first off, once I got to high school, I knew that I didn't want to, so my dad's a preacher. All right. And so like I grew up really learning about spiritual gifts and learning about responsibilities and learning about like how can you contribute. My mom works within local government. So she does a lot of like social work. And so all of that was kind of always instilled in me. But at the same time, I knew that I didn't want to let any gifts that I might have go unused. So that meant that since I was a tall kid, like, okay, let's see how can he do with sports? So I was on the basketball team, football team.
Any good?
Horrible. All across. Like, I mean, I'm telling you, lacrosse, for example, I picked up the lacrosse pole and I was like, okay, well, maybe I can do this. Like, this looks a little different. I quit lacrosse after 1 week. I was like, there's too much running. And I'm just like running back and forth and not even catching the ball. Like with football was probably what I did the best at. But if you ask someone, even my close friends from high school today, if you ask them about me on the football team, they'll be like, Albert was on the football team? Because I wasn't getting play like that. But my favorite was with basketball. So in middle school, I played basketball some. Again, like small school, and you're a tall kid, so they're going to throw you on the court anyway. But when I got to high school, I was like, all right, well, let me just make sure, again, there's no hidden talent that I haven't unearthed. So I go and I try out for the basketball team. And afterwards, the coach pulls me over and he's like, hey,
you suck.
Right. Basically, he's like, I really enjoy your hustle, but how about this? I think that your skills would be better served if you were like the manager.
I was about to say the team manager.
The team manager. And I was like, okay, manager. And I was like, do I still get at least like the shoes? Do I still get a chance? Like, they were doing that like shell-toed Adidas back. I was like, do I still get those? They're like, yeah, you still dress up for game day. And he was like, and you just make sure that the water is like right over here. And I was like, oh gosh.
So hold on. Let me ask you this.
Uh-huh.
So you're saying as a kid, you already knew to like explore all options to see what you was good at?
Yeah, man. Like I had to because again, I just felt like I knew what I liked, right? Like I knew that I liked getting in front of people. I knew that I liked talking to people, but like my family, like the guys in my family are pretty athletic, right? And so because of them, and I was the only grandchild at a certain point, so I was the oldest one. So I got a chance to really spend time with my uncles, really spend time with my dad. And so I was like, okay, well, these guys like sports, maybe sports is what I'm supposed to do. Like one of the many things that I love about my family and I appreciate about them, they still talk about it to this day, is that like they were supportive the whole time. So whether I was playing t-ball or playing soccer or whatever, like they were showing up, they were acting like I was the greatest. So if anybody was going to tell me to stop, it wasn't going to be them. Like they were like, hey, just let's keep on going. So to this day, I was just back in town for Christmas. And it was my uncles were still talking about. They were like, one of the things like we really loved was like, Albert, like you were good, like you could have been great. And I'm like, I love you, fam, but no, like that was never gonna. It just wasn't for me.
Still gaslighting.
Still gaslighting. It's like at least it's an uplifting one, but like yeah, man. So yeah, I knew to at least to try, and I think because of that, because I failed so early on. With stuff, it's really helped me to not be as afraid to fail again. And in this industry and the social media and performing, like you fail all the time, like, or you get told no all the freaking time. You get, honestly, if you get told no, that's one thing, but it's a whole other thing to not even get a response back. Like if I could tell you the amount of emails that I've sent out, the amount of auditions that I've been on, and I don't even hear like no, sorry, we went another way. I just like don't even realize that the project has been cast until I turn the TV on and I see the commercial and I'm like, oh shoot. Oh, that was the role that all right, good for that man,
Damn.
But it says something about who you are when you can like take them licks, get knocked down, and keep getting back up. I mean, we know it all too well. We've been doing this for 5 years. You know what I mean? We appreciate that, but like we've been through all the ups, downs, bumps, so we totally understand where you're coming from and relate 100% on that one. We respect that.
You know what more props I gotta give you on that 5-year mark is and it's so funny. I apologize because I know you asked me one simple question about tell you something about my background, and I haven't even fully gone there yet.
Oh, we good.
It's all good.
Hey,
it's all good.
We're gonna do that a lot here.
I appreciate that. Like y'all are just like my buddies. Like I feel like if my conversations with friends in real life were like a computer screen, you would see like 75 tabs on opened up because we got different conversations just popping up all in the same lunch. But so, you know, when you talk about being at this for 5 years, I think that again, as media consumers, we're kind of spoiled these days, right? Like if we want to watch something, we can pull it on up. We can there's so much free stuff that we can watch.
Yeah.
And if anything that we think about, go to this website, we can read about. Go to this website, you can listen to it. Yeah. But for you to keep showing up for 5 years, and again, I'm looking at the runtime of y'all's episodes, and y'all be hitting like that 145 mark. Y'all be going, like it's not easy. Easy because you love each other, you care about what you're talking about, but like it's not if the average person were just to be told, okay, get up there and talk for an hour and 45 minutes.
It would never happen.
The stamina that's needed to talk straight for 145 is bananas.
Wait, talk about y'all heard
that's
it. Y'all heard it first. Albert Talks is giving Riding Out All Day the ultimate cosign. We turned down for nothing. Y'all heard that shit. Y'all heard that shit.
And I talk for a living. It's in my handle, Albert Talks. I talk really like I understand what it is to like. Look, hopefully, like keep some tea over here, keep some water on over here. But like the viewer and the listeners, you know, you guys make it so smooth and so easy that we don't even think about the fact that like, yo, when are they gonna breathe? Like when are they gonna take a
real shit.
Bathroom? You know,
real shit. It's funny. We talked about this in a few episodes back about how people really feel like, because we've had colleagues that have tried to start podcasts, and you know, we're not here to like knock anybody out the space or say we're better than anybody, even though we're the best podcast. But
in the world.
But at the same time, it's like we watch our colleagues try to start, and we got these one colleagues, they got dope content, but they hit like episode 6 and was like, I can't do this no more.
Look, you're talking to somebody who also has done the same thing. The amount of things that I've started that then I'm like, you know what? I just ran out of steam.
You ran out of gas.
We can all come up with like great ideas, right? Like, you know, one of the things, and so I'll take this back to answer some more of your question. So when I was in high school, and again, like I knew that I wanted to do broadcast something, I applied to a bunch of schools, and since I'm an only child, I didn't really have anybody before me who was, you know, telling me exactly like this is the kind of school you should apply to, outside of folks within my school. So shout out Mount Vernon High School, Alexandria, Virginia, love y'all. So, but my college counselor was definitely like fantastic. So anyway, when I was looking to figure out where to go, I went to the library. I opened up a book about like who's got a good like performing program, and in the back of the book, I saw Yale. And I was like, okay, like, why not? Like, I'll throw an application there. And then I was watching this movie called A Beautiful Mind. Like, A Beautiful Mind, it takes place, like, it's filmed on the Princeton campus. And the Princeton campus in that movie, it just looked incredible. So I was like, all right, cool. Why not, like, throw in an application there? And then I said, well, if I'm going to apply to Princeton and Yale, like, I mean, I guess the only one missing there is Harvard. So let me like just throw an application into Harvard. And then hold on.
That's a major flex.
It is. That man said Princeton, Yale, and Harvard all in the same fucking sentence.
Hold on. Let me just throw in one over here too. Come on, man.
I was new. Come on. I didn't know, like, because to go back to your earlier point, like, I didn't know that was an outrageous thing to be trying to do, right? Like, I just knew that all I could do is I can ask, like, can I get in? Can I go here? I apply and I don't get in. Guess what? Like, I didn't make the basketball team either. You know, so it's like the rejection.
Well, you would have made it at Yale.
I would have made it.
That's trash.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? I feel like you just flexed your top 3 schools that you was like, I'm either going to these 3. I feel like my top 3 would have been Community College of Oklahoma City.
Shout out to the community colleges, yo. They're strong.
DeVry, I feel like it would have been DeVry, you know, the online joint. DeVry would have been one. And what was the joint that Romeo was promoting? Wasn't Romeo promoting like a college at one point?
Oh,
it would have been those 3, bro. So you like Yale, Harvard, and Princeton.
So hold on. So let me tell you what school I attended.
Where'd you go?
Are you ready to laugh?
I'm ready.
The University of Nevada, Las Vegas.
Okay, hold on. That was probably really fun. Was it also like mad tempting though?
Hold on, no.
Okay.
I just attended to pick my girlfriend up.
That's all.
And then I kept it pushing.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Rebels.
You were like, I was on campus. I was there.
Yeah. The crazy thing, I was there so much that I a couple times I thought about going. I was like, I'm outside already.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you ended up at Yale.
Okay, yeah. So I ended up at Yale, and one of the reasons that I chose there in the end was because first off, I love the proximity to New York City. Even though I live in LA now, New York, there's just such a part of my heart that just like beats as New York. I love New York. I go there.
Well, part of your heart must be in the sewer hole some fucking where. Yo, that fucking city. Oh my God. I hate that place so much.
Hey, Al, let me tell you something. I used to disagree with him on New York all the time.
Oh
right?
my God.
I used to disagree with him. I used to be like, nah, bro, New York is
Yeah.
I lived there for a year. My girlfriend's from New York. My daughter was born in New York.
Okay.
I've grown to hate it.
I can't and I used to like it a lot better when I was young, but now, oh my God, I can't fucking stand New York. It is just like not a real place. I don't even understand it half the time I'm there.
And that's one of his trigger words. So if you say New York, every time you say it, he's gonna get mad. Don't say this name either. Don't say Jay-Z.
Oh,
do not.
Because I got a story there too. Okay.
You got a story about how he fixed his hair unit while you was interviewing him on red carpet. I know that's what the story is, bro.
Oh,
I already know. I already know.
See?
But you know, the funny thing is, okay, I remember, like, so in listening to y'all, I've heard about some of this ire towards New York, but like, I also know that y'all have had some good times. The city has been good to y'all, okay?
Oh, absolutely. It absolutely has.
People show y'all
I've definitely
love,
had some of the best times of my life.
I can't front.
Without a doubt.
I have such a love-hate relationship. You know what it is? It's kind of like when people present like New York, it's like this place. It's so magical, but when you get there,
it is a magical place.
It's for sure a magical place with all them fucking rats and cats. And, it's a magical place, all right.
And Ninja Turtles.
all that craziness is there. It is magical. How about that?
But see, like, what I do enjoy about that city, and it doesn't only live there. It lives in other places too. But for me, it's like it's related to there. Is I love the spirit of the hustle that's there. Like,
Absolutely.
I feel as though,
Absolutely.
for example, one of my agents is based in New York, and I intentionally chose a New York-based agent just because I feel like they go hard. Like, I feel like my phone calls get returned faster. This is not a diss on any other people who are agents or
wait, time out. It's funny that you said it's not a diss. Can I just point something out again? Okay. Yo, Albert Talks is a flexitarian because he's flexing hard on this bitch right now. The nigga just say my agent. He said my agent.
Yes.
Flexitarian is in the building right now. Proceed, good brother. Proceed.
Oh no. See, that's not even okay. I'm gonna balance that out with this though, because there was a summer when I was interning in New York. Y'all remember Vibe magazine? I don't know if you might still read it. Okay.
I still have a like catalog of Vibe magazines in my closet at my mom's house.
Yo, me too. And my mom asked me when I'm gonna toss them out.
Me three. Me 3.
Yo.
And they're never getting tossed.
No, Vibe magazine was amazing. So like I was interning there one summer, and it was an unpaid internship. So in order to at least make some money so that I could pay for where I was staying, I was busting tables at the Red Lobster in Times Square.
Oh, yeah, that's the spot.
And we were proudly known as the only 3-level Red Lobster. So that's a flex.
Yeah, that was the spot. That was the spot.
Okay.
That was the spot.
And so,
another flex.
No. I got to back up Al on this one. I've been at Red Lobster a few times. That was a flex. Red Lobster in Times Square is a flex. 42nd Street Red Lobster was absolutely a fucking flex. It was a flex.
Man, like, look, those Cheddar Bay biscuits, you know, if you can have those anywhere in the country and you always feel like warm and at home.
I'm just saying.
Not an ad. This is not an ad.
But if y'all want to pay us.
Right, exactly.
Cut that check.
Cut the check to Riding Out All Day. But what I used to do in between going, literally walking from the Vibe office to the Red Lobster, is I could stop by Times Square and see what at the time was the MTV TRL studio.
Yes. That was right there. Yes.
Y'all know how much of an empire, how much of a moment like TRL was when we were kids.
Oh, yeah.
It was incredible. It was everything, especially for somebody that knew that he wanted to be in the entertainment industry, that loved music, that like just the culture. It was BET or it was MTV. So it was 106 in Park or it was TRL, but TRL was the original. And so I knew that I wanted to get on the TRL at some point one day. And so one day I was walking on by, I looked up and I saw that they were doing the show. I was with some friends. I stood in line. By the time they let us on in, I had to leave and go do my shift at Red Lobster. My friends got on in, but I was like, it's all good. Like, y'all go. One day I'll be back. Well, one day I came back and I got a chance to sit in the audience. And as I was sitting in the audience, they used to do this thing where when they're playing the music videos, they would come around with the camera and ask folks in the audience if they wanted to give a shout out. Y'all remember this?
I remember.
Pop on.
Hey, we late 80s, baby.
Oh,
you know.
We're here together then. So,
yes, sir.
So they came up to me, to my area. They were like, does anybody here want to give a shout out? And I said, yeah, I'll do it. And so they said, okay, so here's what's going to happen. Camera's going to come, just like say some words and then like be a little loud. And then like, we're going to cut away in the middle of a video. And I said, all right, cool. So they took the camera away and I turned around to the people behind me. And I was like, hey, friends, they weren't my friends. I didn't know them, but I was like, hey, y'all, when the camera comes, even though it's me who's going to be talking, like, I would really appreciate it if y'all would just go nuts because we're all going to be on this camera together. Like, the hyper that we are, the better we all look. Are you down? They were like, yeah, man, we'll do it. So the camera came around. I said my thing. I was like, what up to my homies at Red Lobster? And and then at the end, I was like, we're so happy to be here. Woo! And we all yelled together, right? We felt good. Camera went away. One of the producers walks on out and she's like, let me talk to you. And I was like, all right, what's up? She goes, I saw what you just did right there. You basically produced a segment right there.
Wow.
We want to bring you back here to do like a recurring bit right here on the show because like I like your energy.
Damn, you figured it out. You figured it out early.
Yo.
Yes, sir. You figured it out early.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's crazy.
From there, they ended up, they had already selected somebody else to do this thing. It's one thing, but they were like, you know what? We like your energy better. So, which by the way is a whole other side thing to be like, man, like never get too comfortable. Never think like, I got this thing sewn up. You got to keep showing up. So they were like, we had somebody else chosen, but now we want to use you in this segment where we're going to give everybody a chance to like basically to style a VJ, to like make over one of the VJs in your own style. And then in the end, you're going to come and we're going to do like a live fashion show. And it's going to be like each of y'all have your own clothing lines and you're going to explain why you dressed this person like this, why you did da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah, I remember that.
You remember? Oh, dude, so it was.
I remember that.
So they assigned me to, do you remember this cat named Caduce?
Yep.
So they assigned me to Caduce, and what they did was they gave me some money to like run around New York and like, basically go on a shopping spree to buy stuff that I thought was my style that could fit Caduce. And then what I did was I made friends, like my friends that I'd already made at Vibe magazine. I had some friends who were in the fashion department. And so what the fashion department did was when I told them that I got this assignment, they were like, yo, let us help you out. So y'all, like I grabbed random stuff around town. I took it to the fashion department, to the interns at Vibe, and they helped me to create just something so dope that I never would have been able to do myself.
On yourself, yeah.
So then when I presented it,
the value of a team, the value of a team.
That's it. Like I'm an only child, but I 100% believe that I'm going nowhere alone.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's not
crazy. That's crazy.
And so they made this thing beautiful. So I'll say they because it wasn't just me. Like we made this thing dope. So then I did the live presenting on the TV on TRL, and it was amazing. It was crazy. I did not win the competition. I didn't win that, but what I did end up winning is a relationship with the MTV producers.
So you won. So you won.
So you won, y'all.
So you won.
I won because then they would bring me back to do other things, and like they brought me back to do a pilot and all sorts of stuff. So you two know this. A bunch of the listeners probably already know this too. But it's often so much not just about like, did I get this one thing right now? Did I get this one check right here? It's about making an impact and hopefully having somebody want to call you back. You know what I'm saying? My mom has taught me, she was like, the best compliment is an invitation back. And whether that's talking about a gig, whether that's talking about a friendship, but it's just like you always want to leave where somebody is like, yo, you know what? I want Mdavis and Jay Moody to come back. I want them to come back. So anyway, I always just want to be invited back. That's my aim nowadays.
Absolutely. Well, I'll say this. We're going to take a little break from the flexitarianism that's going on right now because you're definitely going to get invited back here.
Appreciate you.
I'll say that. But, so as a person who does red carpet events, I wanted to get your take on this Wendy Williams situation that's going on.
Oh, man. Man, so I've been following some of the headlines for it, and it just seems like a very dark situation all around. I remember when Wendy was on the radio, and when she was having controversial stuff about like Mariah Carey or Whitney Houston, and all that.
Going crazy.
Yeah.
And New York staple though, like.
Icon.
And then when she went over to do the television show, I was like, how is this gonna work? Like, how are they gonna be able to book people on a show where like she may have already dissed the person on the radio before? How are you gonna get them to come on a daytime talk show? And to her credit,
she did it. She did it,
y'all.
She did it.
She worked that thing out. Like when you think about people in entertainment that have taken their image and then been able to broaden it to a different audience. I think some of the greatest have been like Ice Cube, for example. Like how in the world you go from NWA to like you're also like a family film person now, right? Yeah. And so it's not always easy to make that jump, but Wendy did that. And so regardless of what people think about, like her style, like how she did what she did. And when I know it wasn't the style for everybody, but I know like my mom used to watch her show and I know that she touched a lot of people. And my thing is, I'm not ready to write her off and be like, she touched as though like, and that's a wrap on Wendy. Like this woman still has more life in her lungs to breathe, right? Yeah. So it's like before we write the epitaph, before we go ahead and sign her off, like you never know when somebody's gonna come back. You never know when somebody can actually work through some stuff. So from what I've read, it's looking really, 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 dark. And I'm like that's sad to me. You never want to see somebody go down in a dark way. And I know there's like some family controversial stuff also, and I know it's gotta. For me, my family is incredibly important for me. So to be like beefing with family would be a very difficult way for me to roll. But I honestly think we keep her in our prayers because she's a fellow human. Like outside of
she is
absolutely, and especially
my mom loved Wendy Williams. That's her girl. I said my mom loved her. She loved her ass.
And especially during somebody's, I won't say demise, but somebody that's on the down and not for health reasons,
Mm-hmm.
you should always champion them, and you know what I'm saying. Especially one of us, regardless of the relationship, we all should make sure she has a comfortable
Mm-hmm.
exit out of the industry.
You
You know what I'm saying?
You know what's crazy about Wendy Williams and her influence, though? Like, a lot of people don't know this. I'm pretty sure y'all know this. Y'all know Charlamagne is fruit of Wendy Williams. True, right?
Yep.
Like,
when you talk culture, you got to talk Wendy Williams.
Got to talk Wendy Williams, yo. You got
especially
to.
if you're talking radio, you have to.
Absolutely. I mean, like, you're talking about like Wendy Williams, Angie Martinez. You're talking about like these folks that back in their day, like, it's funny, y'all. If you think about if they would have grown up during this age of technology, like during this podcasting time and whatnot, like, who knows what their reach would be now. But the fact that they were able to do this back then, when you had so few radio stations, like the competition back then was crazy. You ain't getting on nobody's air unless you had like the thumbs up from the higher ups. You know, now we don't need anybody to say like you're allowed to broadcast. We all just broadcast. But back then they had to get through there and also to consistently perform, to do it day in and day out, and not to be the, you know, not to go back too much on this, but that's why when I was talking with y'all about the fact that you've been doing this for 5 years, like you, like, it's the showing up every single day. It's the like showing up every week, making sure that there's something fresh, even when you feel like the well is running a little dry, even if it's a slow news week. Like the listener, you have to build the habit. You have to build a habit, and Wendy definitely built a habit. She built one.
Yeah. Shout out to Wendy Williams.
Shout out. Yeah.
Don't get back healthy and get to talking crazy.
She gonna be my girlfriend. She gonna be my girlfriend when she get back healthy. I'm gonna be her next boyfriend. I'll be her next boyfriend. Fuck y'all talking about.
Hey,
I'll be her next boyfriend. Fuck that shit.
You have fun with that.
I need you, Wendy. I need you, baby.
So I'm gonna name some celebrities that I've seen that you interviewed, and just tell me, you know, the first thing that comes to your mind, or whatever comes to your mind.
This will be fun. Okay, go ahead.
Oprah.
Wait, time out. Did you say Oprah? Did you say Oprah? Did you start off with Oprah? I didn't even know he interviewed Oprah. Come on, man.
See?
Yo.
We have had a lot of guests on the Riding Out All Day podcast, from Rasheed Wallace to Dame Dash. Like, we did interview some people. Bro, you flexing crazy right now. Fucking Oprah.
I got it. Like, so for one word, if I had to boil Oprah down to one word, it would be generous. And I say generous because
you get a car.
Exactly. First off, because you gave me cars. But second off, so the way that interview worked out, I was y'all about to laugh at me. I'm trying to like not flex. Y'all gonna laugh when I say this next thing. Dang it, now I can hear it. So I was backstage at the Emmys, and I was waiting.
Oh my god. What's happening on the podcast today? I was backstage at the Emmys. It's crazy. It's crazy. Continue. I'm sorry. Continue.
I heard it before I even said. But so I was there, and my job for this particular part of the night was to just like hopefully grab whoever it was that had just finished presenting on stage. So like whoever had just finished giving the award out. And so I didn't realize that Oprah was going to be like the one doing that at this particular part in the show. So when I saw that Oprah was doing it, I was like, oh, I mean, if we could get Oprah, like, and it's like, and you guys know, because as interviewers, there are certain people where you're like, if I could get this person, that would be bananas. It's a far thing, but like, it would be dope. So she walked off the stage, and I was standing right there, and she had just finished giving an award to this show called The Handmaid's Tale.
Okay.
And as she walked on off, she was dancing a little bit, like she was happy that show had won because she was a fan of it, and so I just start dancing and I'm holding the microphone. I don't even call her over or anything. She, the camera's there. I'm holding the microphone and she's dancing. She's like, Handmaid's Tale, and I'm like, Handmaid's Tale, and she just dances right on over, and we jump on into the interview. And I was like, oh shoot, she's right here, she's right now. And I got to tell you, I think I only asked her one question. If it was even a question, I might have even just remarked on whoa, Oprah, you called it. You said that Handmaid's Tale was gonna win, an action one.
Yeah.
She took it from there, and Oprah doesn't need you to ask any other questions, y'all. She'll take the microphone, and she'll give you the monologue. She will say exactly what it is that she wants to say. She'll let you know what it is that she, wants you to know. And then she ended the interview herself. And I was like, well, all right then, thank you so much. Done.
That
Oprah.
That was a flex. Wait, can I ask a very random question?
Go for it.
So Oprah is a billionaire, Black woman, just Black excellence.
Yes.
This may come off as crazy, but I really want to know.
Okay.
What did Oprah Winfrey smell like?
I already knew that's what you were
smell like money? Did she smell like money? Oh my God, what did she smell like? I want to know what Oprah smelled like. Yo. What did Oprah Winfrey smell like? Please tell me. Please tell me.
I got to clip this.
Please tell me what Oprah Winfrey smelled like. I want to know. I'm so curious, Al. Please do not spare a detail. Please describe the smell to me, please.
Okay, so again, I can only rely on my memory, and perhaps my memory is a little bit rose-colored and a little rose-tinted because I was feeling quite elated at that moment. But Oprah, she's rich. Yeah, she's got resources and access to all that stuff. But she is also someone who freaking loves nature. Y'all, I've heard her sending avocados to people as thank you gifts, from her own garden and whatnot. This woman is that. So she smelled of the fields. She smelled of beautiful earth.
Wait, hold on.
Flower. You don't need to
not color purple.
Not them. See, y'all ain't ready for that. Not those fields. Of the beautiful Oprah garden kind of fields, y'all. Right? It's okay. There's just this naturalness that's not so. Oprah can afford whatever perfume that she wants, but to me, what I can remember is just a natural, just beautiful, encompassing fragrance that's not strong. It's not putting off anything, but it's a very confidence. It's the confidence that you can have when you know that you got the money, when you know that
when you know you the shit.
You know what I'm saying? You don't have to
smells like wealth.
So
wealth to me.
So I'm gonna put a manifestation out there after that little powwow. So I have my little garden in the back. I just started when I moved here. Yeah. Tomatoes, onions, a little bit of lettuce. I've been planting some different things. So I'm manifesting. I'm definitely gonna have to get in tone with Oprah.
Yes. Yo. Absolutely. I mean, I'm not telling you use the onions as your fragrance, but there's a lot of beautiful things that do grow. That do smell good, some lavender. Yeah.
Hey, yo, what you rocking? It's that New York onions.
New York onions is out of control.
All right. I got another celebrity.
Okay.
And Moody, I think you know where I'm going with this one.
Okay.
Tracee Ellis Ross.
Oh, I forgot you love Tracee.
Oh yeah. Let me ask you this.
I don't know why. I don't know why.
How didn't you lick the screen when you was talking to her?
You know what? It's funny. I've interviewed Tracee Ellis Ross twice now, and once was in person.
I hate you.
I know, and I was like, oh, he's really not gonna like this. But once was in person with her and Anthony Anderson when they were promoting Blackish.
Okay.
And then another one is when she was with Dakota Johnson and they were promoting a movie that dropped during the pandemic. So that was more of a Zoom kind of thing. But y'all, Tracee Ellis Ross is so beautiful. She is beautiful, but I was trying to go deeper than that because you can see that for yourself, that she's beautiful, but she's also playful. Like,
funny.
Yeah.
So
I definitely see that. I see that.
You know, it is like not just her characters in the shows and the movies and whatnot. Like, I honestly feel like there's a reason that she gets cast in certain roles, and it's because like the casting people must just know, like from her energy, like that Tracy can come and have a good time. And when you're someone like her who is doing these press junkets, and you know, like with these press junkets, the performers they're sitting there talking to, you know, journalists after journalists after journalists like all day, and they gotta pretend like each journalist is like great and saying the funniest thing. There are some people who just know how to make you feel like $1 million, right?
Yeah,
know how to make you feel like you are the funniest person in the room. And Tracy Ellis Ross is one of those people. She and again, like, and I'm gonna use the G word, I'm gonna use the generous word on her as well, because she gives. She doesn't make you do all the heavy lifting and pull teeth in order to get a great sound bite. She knows what you're there for, and she offers it. She's very, very kind.
My G stand for God damn.
Well,
it just reminded me of like Sesame Street, where they're like, you know, the letter of the day is G.
Hold on. Speaking of Sesame Street, you did an interview with Kermit the Frog.
No, wait. Time out. You interviewed Kermit the Frog, though?
Yo, yes. And by the way, that was a great transition. That was awesome.
Yes. We don't fuck around over here.
Yeah. So there was this Muppet show that was coming on ABC, and the Puppeteers. Okay. First off, if there's any parents listening and the kids around, you don't want your kids to know that the Muppets aren't actually real. Like, cover their ears real quick. But the puppeteer that was controlling Kermit. I walked in, I sat on down, and we just started talking. And I said something about I said something about like empowerment, And Kermit looks at me and he goes, "Yes, because, you know, we creatures of color, we got to stick together." And I was like, Kermit just say that?
Hold on. Wait, Kermit called you a creature?
Yo, I was like, bro, it ain't easy being green. And he was like, no, you know, we creatures of color, we got to stick together.
Oh my God!
I wasn't ready for that, and so
Kermit had a couple drinks,
right? Sipping the Lipton tea or whatever was in the tea, but Kermit was on one. He was amazing.
Wow! Shout out to Kermit.
Kermit the Frog, definitely. He been writing for Miss Piggy his whole life. Shout out to that boy. Shout out to that mate. He's stressed out.
Remember back in the day when that used to be like the worst, like cap somebody, yo, Kermit the Frog looking at you. Y'all never heard that before?
I definitely heard that before.
Yeah, I used to get caught that a lot. To the point where I started believing it.
Hold on, but what did they mean when they were? Did they mean like you look like Kermit? Or
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Kids are so mean.
I feel like that's a West Coast thing. Yo, Kermit the Frog looking at.
That's funny. I think that's got to be West Coast.
Yeah.
So all right. Since we're on like the Muppets and shit like that, we're gonna segue to Disney World, Disneyland.
Man.
Like what?
Oh God! Hold on, before we.
I'm ready.
Before we say anything about Disney, I need to know what space you was in when you did that freestyle.
Man, okay. I was on an open bar situation.
Wait, okay.
Okay.
You don't gotta say nothing else if you don't want to. Have to say open bar.
Yeah. Say less. Say less.
Oh gosh. That
wow.
Oh gosh. No, that's funny. So y'all have seen some art. So
yeah, we went 8 years back.
I was gonna say that's the art because I just flew back from Florida yesterday.
Okay.
And so I thought that you were talking about that.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay. No. So that, but you know what? There probably was an open bar related 8 years ago too. So there was this. This is something y'all might enjoy too as content creators. But back in the day, there was this company called Maker Studios.
Okay.
What Maker would do is they were kind of a collective that would pick out different creators on YouTube and then team up with the big studios in order to give the creators an opportunity to earn like additional money, right? Basically kind of acting like an agency. And so I ended up doing some stuff with Maker Studios, and then eventually like Disney ended up purchasing Maker Studios. And as a part of that, they sent a bunch of us to Disney World. Like there was, we had this contest that you had to enter called like your Disney side. And they were like, you know, send us a video. And if you get picked from this video, you're going to be a part of this group that goes to Disney World in Florida, and you'll get access to all these parks. And your job will just be to go around the parks making content. So I
like eating turkey legs and shit like that.
Funnel cake and going to Magic Kingdom, all that stuff. And
sound fun to me.
It was fun, right?
No, for sure.
I entered the contest. I ended up getting picked, and then so I went down there, and it was crazy. They like opened up the park for us before other people could go in there, so that we could go film stuff without having other people in it, right? And then so they.
Flex number 39.
all them crying ass babies and shit wasn't there yet.
Hey.
I said that on purpose.
But like so it was fun. Like they brought out like Snow White, and so like and so I was like, okay, well, if I'm gonna do at the end, you basically had to do a project, and you could make your project whatever. And I was like, well, I'm gonna make my project like a music video, and I haven't written the lyrics yet, but like I'm just gonna film stuff, and then when I get back home, I'm gonna write the lyrics and do it all. And so I was like, if Snow White's here, so let me go dance with Snow White. All right, like Olaf from Frozen is there, like let me like come up with something. So every time a character was there, I would figure something out. So then when I got back home, I wrote this little rap that's called like my Disney side or something. And I can't believe y'all found it, because I'm like in this doing it. Oh my gosh, the internet bars. The internet never forgets, man.
Yo,
quick question.
This is going viral. I don't give a fuck what they y'all say.
Quick question. Why'd you stop putting stuff up on YouTube?
Okay, it goes back to what we were talking about earlier, which is, to me, like, that is one of my greatest challenges. And if I had to say like a weakness, it's like being consistent within certain platforms when you know that there are other things that are popping on up that also would benefit from your attention. And so I was, being a creator on YouTube, there was a point I was like making some money, but like I wasn't making the money. I wasn't living off of YouTube. And so like when other gigs would come about, like when other studio jobs would come about, I would usually end up taking my energy and diverting it to there. And then so just as I may have been building an audience on YouTube, I'm now distracted and I'm doing something else that I love doing, but like, but I'm not here on YouTube. So then I'll try to like come back to YouTube and like start a new channel. And I'm like, now I got a new approach, but then something else will happen. So I had to start to also like not be so hard on myself and to just take it all as like a, hey, it's providing for you what it needs to provide at that time, right? And so when I go to YouTube, what I usually what my process had been before is I would start going hard, and then as I was going hard on there, other people would see it. So like maybe Disney would see it, and then Disney would reach out to me and hire me for a job. So then I started working at UBC out here in LA, and so I'm like
flex.
So so it's like I'm thankful that YouTube gave me the space to be seen, right? A beautiful platform to be like for exposure. But then the give and take is like, well, now this platform that helped to get me to where I'm at, I don't have enough time, or I'm not making enough time to actually pour back into that platform. And so it becomes this like challenging thing to juggle. So now though, I am re-encouraged to do YouTube again because of the YouTube shorts. Like YouTube shorts to me are less intimidating than like having to make a 6 or 7 minute video. If I make a 6 or 7 minute video, I want that video to be dope. Like there are amazing content creators out there. So I'm like, if I even step on up, like I want it to be like something really good. And I just know that right now I'm not pouring the energy in to do that. But with YouTube shorts, I can basically take what I'm posting up on Instagram and TikTok and just put that over on you. And honestly, like I think right now YouTube is pushing the shorts. So
they are. They definitely are.
And so we get, like, I get more views on there sometimes than I do like on TikTok or on Instagram, and I have fewer followers on YouTube. So it's a good time. So anybody out there who's thinking about like creating, or maybe you are creating and you feel like you might be in like a little bit of a rut, or you might find YouTube is a little intimidating, jump in there with those shorts, because like folks are getting some views off of shorts.
Well, let me ask you this, and it kind of segues into our conversation about the internet.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that's the only place? Because I feel like we've just amassed 1 million streams on Spotify.
Shout out. That's the flex.
I appreciate that. We gotta get our flex back. Mm-hmm. But like, I feel like our engagement is not like some of the things I see, but we have real numbers. Mm-hmm. Do you feel like the internet is the only place that this happens? Because you standing on that red carpet is you standing on that red carpet in the real world, not on the internet.
Mm-hmm. So. Oh man, this is heavy, because I feel like, all right, I was talking to a friend about this yesterday, and I'm gonna make sure that I answer your question. So be like, Albert, that's not the question.
I got you.
But like, I was talking with somebody about like thinking about where do I fit in these days, like where do I fit in? Because the people who I grew up watching, like the Wayne Brady's and the Ryan Seacrests and them, like I feel like they are of a generation, right? Like they're on one far end. But then when I look on TikTok and Instagram, you've got other folks that are out there just like smashing it on there, like getting wild views, getting like crazy engagement numbers. And now when I go up to be like when I audition for certain things, or when I talk to specific clients for certain things, like in a way, I feel like I am being considered for a lot of the same stuff that the TikTok and Instagrammers are. And like, so then the Ryan Seacrest and the Wayne Brady stuff just like kind of doesn't exist as much anymore, because you're now pulling more celebrities or former athletes in to host some of those like main shows and main games.
Absolutely
absolutely. Gotcha.
So then for me it becomes like, so where am I? Because like there are some folks that like Gen Z, it's funny, even though they're younger, like they had a real head start on TikTok, right? Like it's their language, like they crush it on TikTok. And so it's like, I don't want to feel like I'm trying to compete with that, right? Like that's not like them to do their thing. But now my challenge is just finding my own voice and utilizing those relationships that I already have. Because I do have some of those like old school relationships. And it's about like using those and formatting them in a certain way that does speak to the internet today. Because what I've been told by my agent, what I've been told by, multiple clients and stuff, is that like for some people who are hiring, for some of these studios that are hiring, the numbers do matter. And it's not my favorite thing to, like, I just want to do the thing. Like, I love talking to people. I just want to talk to people. And so it's like, but sometimes in order to get to talk to people, this is now what the industry is looking for you to do. For some outlets, And so because of that, that's why I am going through a bunch of my interviews from the red carpet that honestly like may have been from a few years ago. But you know what? They were never on TikTok. They were never on Instagram. So I take them. I figure out a way, okay, what's my format? How am I going to make this fit that different aspect ratio? And how am I going to clip it? And instead of like the long form interviews, which is like my favorite thing to do is long form interviews, but like that's not what it is on TikTok. That's not what it is on Instagram. So how can I do that? Get the soundbite and make it something that's still relevant for today, and then get the numbers from that, and then continue to build out into other things. So that's where I'm at right now. So when you talk about the internet, and I know how frustrating it is to feel like you are making like content that you're really pouring your heart into. You're like, if only the people could hear it. If only the algorithm would just put it in front of them, then I'd be good. Like just let the people hear it. But they don't even know to listen to it because let me ask this. Like, so I got a very, very specific question based on what you just said. Yeah. So now you have an interview with Oprah. Yeah. What's more valuable, the fact that Oprah understands you exist, or the likes and shares on Instagram? Gosh, I love this question.
Good question.
Which one matters more?
Okay, for me,
what's more valuable? What is more valuable?
Okay, if we're gonna talk like specifically about Oprah, to me, it's more important that Oprah knows that I exist.
Real world shit. That's real world shit, though.
Yes.
That's something that happened to you in the actual 3D.
Absolutely.
Fuck that internet shit.
And and it's like because with somebody like Oprah also has the power to hire. Oprah's name also, like, so if I'm showing someone, if I'm putting together a reel, for example, not just like an Instagram reel, but like a collection of, like, to show basically a visual resume, and I put Oprah on there, you saw how much y'all gravitated. She was the first person you asked me about, and you can't even tell me how many views did that video get.
No,
you can't even
not
tell
at
me.
all.
It doesn't, because like you don't even care how many.
I don't care. You
don't care.
interview, like my mom loves
Oprah.
Like my mom.
It's Oprah.
Like, I'm gonna talk about my mom again. She loves Oprah just like she loves Wendy. So if you got anybody my mom loves and her ass is 77, you got an audience.
Absolutely.
You got an audience.
It's so
you got an audience.
That I'm like, I would rather, to me, the actual moment with the person is more important. And but now it's like, okay, in that moment that feels amazing and something great can come out of that as well. But it's also now important. It's important for me to take that moment and to make it a social media shareable moment. Like that's now the responsibility. But the challenging thing though, Mdavis and Jay Moody, is that sometimes, and you see this, you see this on the internet now, because if you set out on the carpet chasing the likes, chasing the views, like wanting to get something viral, you can really end up in a space that is embarrassing for you, and it's embarrassing for the person who you're talking to. So, for example, and I know that, like, I'm sure y'all have seen, I just saw some clips this weekend. I was like, dang, because like you'll have people who jump on the carpet now and just yell out crazy things, y'all, just to get a reaction, like just to make somebody like say something that hopefully gets them caught up, so then they can get the views on, like, and that's not fun, and that's not fun for me, and that's like not where I want to go. And so for me, it's about when we are in that moment, when we're having that conversation, let's have the best conversation possible. For sure, I'm also thinking in the back of my mind, like, how can I edit this? Or like, how can I clip out like this 10 seconds right here? Could this be a thing? I am thinking that, but at the same time, I'm just trying to be present and just have a conversation, because that's how you're going to get the real stuff, when you're not trying so hard to like force them to do something viral, because then they just, I don't know, like these are people. These are not like, I don't know, like these aren't like circus trained animals. I don't like to think we're really circus animals anymore. I feel like we're not supposed to be doing that.
Circus trained animals. Yeah. Do you think social media now do you think social media nowadays is worse or let me put it like this. Do you think social media is better now as far as creating content and getting paid than it was, let's say, 10, 15 years ago?
Yes. Now, that being said, if you were to look specifically at like YouTube, so back in the day, I was getting paid from YouTube. I felt like the threshold, I could be off, but like this is what it felt like. It felt like the threshold was a little bit lower for me to actually start monetizing my content on there.
Absolutely.
But they've raised it now, and so it's harder, y'all. But even though I feel like, and it's funny, the other day I was looking on Instagram, because I don't know if they've opened it up for all the creators yet, or if they're just like kind of piloting it out some, but you're able to monetize your Reels views again. And I looked and I had something that had like it might have been one of the Cat Williams ones actually, that had like 3.4 million views. And I looked and it said that I made $0.01. That means I made 1 cent. 1 cent from that. And so looking at those numbers, that can feel disparaging. But to me, the real money is within partnerships. So absolutely, brand deals with others. Absolutely, because even when you get these brand deals, I think that sometimes we think that, okay, well, for me to like be an influencer with like a capital I, that means that I really probably need to have like 100,000 followers. I need to be getting like these kind of views before I get anybody who would like give me any money to talk about their product. That's incorrect. There are brands out here that are reaching out, that are looking to find people who are just like authentic and who speak specifically to the audience that they're looking for. So you don't need to be Kim Kardashian in order to deal.
Shout out to the Tucker Law Group. Keep it going.
Speaking of the Kardashians, I saw you had Kendall and Kim on there.
Yo,
wait, time out. You interviewed Kim?
Yeah.
hey. Hold on, Moody. He got a list, dog. He ain't no fucking joke. Hold on. Let's just go through some names real quick.
Yeah,
Dave Chappelle.
Kevin
Hart.
Wait. You interviewed Dave?
Yeah, Dave is great. Dave is so like he can be so chill and so mellow, but like he oozes gratitude. Like Dave is just, and I don't know if it always comes out in his specials because you know like he's got to command the stage in a certain way. But I think like even honestly when you really pay attention to his specials, he still always has like an underline, or at least the recent ones, like an underline of like, hey, I'm just so thankful to be here. Like this person gave me this opportunity and da. So even through all the controversial stuff, like I think Dave is just like genuinely aware that the opportunity to be on that stage is a gift.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Kevin Hart, Matthew McConaughey, Matt Damon.
Wait, time out. Wait, time out twice.
Hold on. Hey,
wait, no,
time out.
Wait, I heard Matt Damon, I heard Zendaya. Wait, stop.
Denzel Washington.
No, come on, chill out. Training Day.
Dolly Parton.
No.
Can I tell you a Denzel story real quick?
Yes, please.
Absolutely.
Yes, please.
So we're not on video right now, so you can't see where I'm at. I'm at home right now. I'm just like in my studio at home. And so I was sitting in this exact chair when an interview with Denzel popped up. And what happened was I had just finished watching his movie. He did a remake of Macbeth, the Shakespeare play.
Oh yeah.
And like so he plays the king in the movie, and I was trying to think because I was sitting here, he was about to pop up on screen. I'm like, how am I going to start this interview off? Like it's Denzel. I don't want to overthink it. I don't want to fan out. Like I want to be professional. But like, what kind of edge? What can I bring to this? And so these two words hit me, and I was like, I'm just gonna see how he responds to these. So I said, Denzel, in this film, you really bring like a regal swagger to the role of Macbeth. You know, you got that. And so he pauses, he goes, regal swagger? And I love that. He's like, from now on, I'm gonna be the artist formerly known as Denzel, but currently Regal Swagger. That's my new name. And honestly, I could have packed up and ended the interview right there. I needed nothing more. I was like, okay, sir. Like I grew up really, really respecting and looking up to Denzel Washington. So to get that moment just to speak with him there, that meant a great deal to me. And the fact that he like really listened and gave me that moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys know this too. Like, when you do interviews, like, sometimes the person that you're interviewing just, like, gives you the gift of a moment.
Yes, absolutely.
And there's nothing like that, you know?
Absolutely.
Dolly Parton.
Oh, Dolly.
Dolly is white. Dolly is great. Dolly is an icon.
An icon, man.
She's an icon.
We're gonna skip that. We're gonna skip Dolly Parton. Let's get to Angela Bassett.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Well, wait. Time out. Angela is black. Angela is an icon. Go ahead.
Yes. Let's pause. Let's give it some respect.
Go ahead. She's an icon. She's an icon.
So the first time that I talked with Angela Bassett was like back in the day. There was a movie called Green Lantern. It had Ryan Reynolds in it.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And she was in that. The movie got dissed and everything, but like,
Yeah.
but I interviewed Angela on the carpet back then, and she was like just very sweet again. Like, and she was there with her husband Courtney, and it was just like, oh, you can see this is what like a power couple look like, right? And so then fast forward, I ended up being backstage at the Emmys again, and she stopped on by. And she, like, when she speaks to you, you feel like you're speaking to the Queen of Wakanda. You know what I'm saying? Because she's got just this poise. She's got this way of delivering, but at the same time, this real warmth. Okay, like she grabs you in with her words because you can tell that she's listening to what it is that you're saying, and you cannot help but listen to every syllable that she delivers because it feels intentional. She speaks with intention, and it's a beautiful thing. I love Angela Bassett.
I mean,
Eddie Murphy.
I went to see Waiting to Excel in the movies when I was a teenager with my own money, so I get it.
You get it.
I get it.
Jim Carrey.
Oh my gosh, Jim Carrey. So I grew up watching like The Mask,
his
Ventura,
crazy
Liar, all of them.
Living Color.
Ace Ventura, Fun with Dick and Jane. Like, come on, man.
Let me tell you something.
Fire Marshal Bill is crazy.
Jim Carrey is wild. And so he was promoting the new Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
Oh, that's my shit. That's my shit. I fuck with Sonic.
It's so
I bet it is.
He's Dr. Robotnik. It's good. It's a nerdy thing, but like he's Dr. Robotnik. That's great. It's such a play the game as a kid. But like he was one where sometimes the like funny people, when you talk with them, you realize that like their energy is a little different because like you turn it on. Eddie Murphy is another one for me where it's like you're so.
Oh wait. We getting to Eddie next.
Okay, gotcha.
We getting to Eddie next.
But with Jim, like
wait. Let's be clear. You interview Eddie Murphy?
I did.
All right, hold on. Let's just get to Eddie Murphy real quick.
Shout out Jim, but we're going to Eddie. We're going to Eddie.
Because say about Jim before jumping to Eddie is that like he was very sincere with his responses. So like he wasn't just like off the wall and whatnot. He was very thoughtful and sincere.
Okay.
And I appreciate that. And so
it wasn't robotic, like he wasn't giving you the same answers he gave everybody else.
Absolutely not. Okay. And that video did well because he was just being authentic. So Eddie Murphy. All right. So when I talked to Eddie Murphy, he was in the same room as we were sharing the same interview with Arsenio Hall because we were doing the Coming to America sequel.
Oh yeah. We did a podcast about that movie.
Okay, should I not ask you what you thought about it, or should I ask you what you thought about it?
The title of the episode is called "The Movie Wasn't That Bad." They hated it.
I didn't. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. I'm guessing because I'm a fan of the original. I'm a little bit. Only hey Albert. Only a whack not seeing a potential rappers. That's the only people I'm haters of. That's it.
So being that we speaking of Eddie Murphy,
yes,
one of my, how you, me and Moody talked about this before we had you on, and we both had different ideas of like what we wanted the topic to be. So I basically told him, I said, let's split the topic and we'll, see which one goes which way. So I wanted to, touch on, some movies that may have had that are major impacts or keys in your life just from your childhood or you growing up. And one of my movies, for me, well, a bunch of movies have Eddie in it. So I was wondering, you know what I'm saying? Like one is Coming to America. I really thought I was in Africa. You know what I'm saying? They took me to New York. You know what I'm saying? So that was one of my movies. So once we get into Eddie, I want to get one of your key of life movies.
Oh, and there's one that's right on top of my head right now. So I'll save it for when you ask for that. With Eddie, he was another one, like another hilarious person, but like he had a very calm energy during the interview, like just very calm. And I think that over time, in seeing a similar kind of energy with funny people, I really respect it, because I think that sometimes when watching them, we can confuse them for their roles, right? Like you
absolutely,
and you want to see Chris Tucker like speaking this high pitch every time you see him. You want to see
tell me a joke, nigga.
You know,
tell me a joke.
You want to do that. You want all of that, and it's like, but they got it, like they're off the clock right now, right? Like they're off when they're off the clock, when they're not putting that on, you know, like, and I feel like we know more about this now than we paid attention to back in the day, but I think self-care is essential. And honestly, like preserving your instrument is part of self-care. So like when I hear about singers who
wait, what you mean instrument?
Like preserving your instrument in terms of like your voice, in terms of your body, right? So for example, you know, so if you're a singer, if you're Adele, like maybe you're not gonna have a day full of interviews right before you pop on and do a live show, because you want your voice to still be, you know, legit. So I feel like sometimes with these performers, because it just takes so much energy, not only to do the roles, but then you're sitting and you're doing these interviews all day, that you got to pace yourself. You got to pace yourself with it. And I feel like Eddie is such an expert and such a pro and has been doing this for so long that I bet, like, I'm just imagining that, like, he knows what it is that he needs to do in order to stay in shape and to stay on top of the next thing he's going to do. Like, for example, he's the new Beverly Hills Cop is going to be out. Is that
Netflix? Oh, yeah. I'm checking that out for sure.
That's gonna be major. Yeah.
Okay, I think Eddie Murphy's a vampire, just to be honest. You think so? He hasn't aged. He hasn't aged at all.
It's crazy. It's crazy because Vampire in Brooklyn keeps coming up on my algorithm on YouTube.
Hey, one of the greatest movies ever.
Yeah, amazing.
Shut the fuck up, goddammit.
Like that movie, I feel like it's probably aged really well. Just like Eddie's aged really well. Like that movie, he's created so many classics that you can pop on today that are still essential viewing. Yeah.
And Angela Bassett was in that too. So shout out to Angela Bassett being in that too.
Yes.
So movie to the key of life.
Movies in the key of life is crazy. Like, so we're gonna do like actors for movies in the key of life, or just the movies in the key of life?
Just the movies.
Okay. Top five. What's your top five?
Oh, five. Oh, no.
Let's go. Yeah, we put them on the spot.
Five movies. Our top five today. Our top five movies in the key of life. Y'all are gonna
witness me working through this in real time. Then, okay. This is not in the order of quality. It's just in the order of how I'm remembering them. For me, the first movie that I really think of when I'm like, okay, what's made an impact? Space Jam, the original Space Jam.
With Michael Jordan?
Y'all like that's
okay.
In that little ass house.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, Michael Jordan, and like him, he's got to like stretch his arm at the very end to do the slam dunk, and you got the crazy soundtrack, and like Space Jam was a huge era for me in school. I was wearing the jerseys, like the Toon Squad jerseys, the McDonald's collectibles. Like he had like, you know, you could get the different Jordan sneakers. It was a whole thing. So Space Jam absolutely up there. Also, this is like maybe like a deeper, like older cut. Definitely came out way before me. There's this movie called Sunset Boulevard.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I watched it. I didn't watch that until college, but yeah, it's about this writer who's fallen upon hard times, and he ends up meeting up with this old school movie star, and thinking that he's gonna be able to basically use her as the come up. But he's got another thing coming. It don't go that way. So Sunset Boulevard, beautifully done film. The Best Man.
Okay.
Because like they're
which one? The original or Holiday?
The original.
The OG. Okay. Come on, man.
Because like I remember growing up and I could just put this batch of films on there, but like there was like The Best Man, there was Soul Food, there was a movie called The Brothers, there was The Wood.
Listen,
The Wood.
the wood is crazy.
Yo, my dad took me to see The Wood. Yeah, like, and I don't think he knew what we were going to watch when we took. But like those movies, man, like those movies, and like a lot of them, they recycled some of the same actors. And so like that meant that whether you're talking about like Morris Chestnut or like Shamar Moore or Taye Diggs, I grew up looking at these guys on screen and being like, yo, I want to be like these guys when I grow up. Like, how do I dress like that? Where do I meet these women at? How do I get that lifestyle? So so that was very, very formative for me as well. What are we at? Is that 3?
That's 3.
That's 3. Okay, cool. I'm gonna throw even though this could also be in that same collection, this is a movie I used to put on when I was in college. Whether I had a girl over or just like wanted to watch something that was familiar to me so I could fall asleep easily. Brown Sugar.
Okay.
Brown Sugar.
Do y'all remember that?
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. I think it was like Queen Latifah, Taye Diggs.
Yeah.
Like, and it, also because it really gets into the love of hip hop and the power of music through all of that. And I'll put in that same category, though I'm not going to give this one a slot. Just I'll put it in there together, like Love and Basketball. Love and Basketball.
Absolutely.
Goes
hey.
Right on in there. And then let me give y'all like a
sleeper. You got a sleeper?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Omar Epps, Sanaa Lathan.
Yeah, y'all remember it?
Oh yeah.
So what I'm
you got a lot of West Coast based movies. I see that. You got a lot of West Coast. You got some.
And wait, the cheating insurance board. That was in Waiting to Exhale. The cheating dad.
Oh,
the basketball playing cheating dad.
He called him the cheating insurance board.
Not the cheat. Oh,
hey,
man.
back in the day, then you get tired of seeing him in movies. Though you're like, damn, he in this one too. Golly.
Oh gosh. And you know what? I'll say, and again, like, because I'm trying to leave the contemporary movies out of it. Like, I would say something like Get Out, because I do want to give a shout out to horror movies. Yeah, I love horror movies, even though I was the worst at watching them as a kid, because my nightmare game was crazy, y'all. Like, ridiculous crazy.
Time out. The fact that you said that, I'm gonna suggest a Tubi movie for you. Like, we got a little relationship with Tubi right now.
Yeah?
But I'm gonna suggest a Tubi movie. I watched this Tubi movie. It's called Please.
Please?
Yo, when I tell you, this shit is like, the girl that's in it, she need an Oscar. She's like the Joker in The Dark Knight, like Saw, all at the same time. You got to watch this joint. This joint is crazy.
Okay, please.
It's called Please.
It's called Please. Like, when I tell you this movie is nuts, this joint is nuts. Yo.
Is it directed on the iPhone?
Yeah. No, it almost feel like Marriage Past Tubi original type of energy, but it might. But yo, y'all just gotta watch it. It's called Please. You gotta watch Please.
I wrote it down.
Okay.
You gotta watch Please on Tubi. It's crazy.
I wrote it down. But so I'll give you one more since I owe you a fifth.
Oh, he got one more. He got one more.
So I'm gonna give that one to make that one a horror one though. I'll say The Sixth Sense. The Sixth Sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that one for me.
M. Night Shyamalan.
M. Night Shyamalan, and it's like, it's been very difficult to capture that same energy since.
Yeah.
But like, to me, what I love about that movie is it rewards you for watching it multiple times. Because the first time watching it, my mind was blown when the twist came.
Me too.
I was like,
yeah.
what? But
Me
I
too.
feel like sometimes when movies do the twist, sometimes I feel like, and I celebrate all filmmakers. Like, shout out, like, it's not easy to get a film made, but like sometimes when you put a twist in a movie, it doesn't actually make sense. Like, because they didn't give you enough clues leading up to that twist for you to even get there. I feel like the best twists are ones that where if you were super, super, super paying attention, you could have found the clues and you could have figured it out. But you just distracted, right?
Yeah,
and the Sixth Sense to me is the epitome of that, because you got all the red balloons, you've got the gunshot. It's all right there, but we're looking at everything else and we missed it. And I love that, The Sixth Sense.
It's like a Fight Club.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like
Fight Club.
Like a Fight Club. Yep.
Yeah. What you got, Moody? That's his 5. What you got?
So what's my top 5? Okay.
Movies to the key of life.
Movies to the key of life. Movies to the key of life for Jay Moody are, and they're in no particular order. I'm just naming my 5 greatest movies ever.
We don't want black sitting porn videos.
I'm gonna chill off the porn stuff. It's all good. It's all good. So
sponsor.
Y'all trying to get Red Lobster as a sponsor. We got 15.
Hey, Red Lobster ain't getting us.
We need to cheddar bay biscuits, bitch.
We're done. Go ahead, Modi. Go ahead.
All right, so The Fugitive by Harrison Ford.
Ooh.
Okay.
Classic for sure. Absolutely.
Key to life. Why is that a key to your life?
I was 13 years old when I went to go see that movie. It's just Harrison Ford, like he really put on this show about like being a doctor.
He was that dude.
He being a doctor. Like fuck the fact that he was Han Solo. Like the fugitive was crazy. Like it's just such a great movie. Like somebody killed his wife and they framed him for it. And the fact that he like broke out of jail and like was going to like I'm gonna figure this shit out. Like it feels like me. Like regardless of what life throws at me, I'm gonna get this shit figured the fuck out. Fuck that shit.
Okay.
So that's definitely The Fugitive is definitely one of them. No Country for Old Men, Josh Brolin.
Okay.
Yeah, like it's just so it's something about a movie that really imitates what I feel like really happens in real life. And I feel like art always imitates life and life imitates art. But it's something about No Country for Old Men that's just it's just different.
So as of right now, you have 2 movies where guys were being chased by chased down.
Right. You're out of control. You got the
No. I'm serious. The Fugitive, he was being chased down.
And Tommy Lee Jones is in both of them joints too.
He definitely in both of them.
I didn't even think about that.
And he's doing the chasing in both of them.
You got a Tommy Lee Jones fetish. All
right, so wait, we're gonna go to my second movie already.
Men in Black.
Like, skip that third. If you say Men in Black,
nah.
Go ahead.
All right. So my third movie is Friday. Absolutely.
Okay.
The first Friday, like it's one of the things I dream about. What inspires me from that first Friday is like I only have one daughter, right? But I want to have a son. And y'all know the reason I want to have a son? It's strictly for the fact that I want his friend to come to my house and knock on the door and ask to use the bathroom so I can tell this nigga no. That's the only reason I want to have a son.
Oh my God.
So I can tell his friend no, you cannot use my bathroom.
This is what's wrong with America right now. Oh, number 4.
Number 4, on some real shit. And my number 4 really crept in on some real recent shit. The Marriage Pass.
What? For the key to life?
Yes, the Marriage Pass.
Key to life?
The Marriage Pass taught me that if I get my girl back or if I get another bitch, I need to just not act crazy no more. I'm done. The Marriage Pass got me shook. The Marriage Pass.
Are you gonna get married though?
Absolutely, and I don't want no pass. You bring me a Marriage Pass, I'm gonna punch you in your face. You bring me a Marriage Pass, I'm gonna punch you in your face.
Oh my God. Number 5.
Number 5 is crazy. It's Nightmare on Elm Street Part 1.
Ooh.
I was 6 years old when my mom took me to see that. Ooh. And when I say Freddy Krueger scared, that's the only fucking horror movie that has ever scared the dog shit out of me. Freddy on Part 1. My mom, after we came back from the movie theaters, I'll never forget it. My mom asked me to go in the basement. I was bitching so fucking bad.
No, thank you.
So bad. I was so bad.
So as an adult, do you still, you still like have little flashbacks to Freddy?
You know what? I've come to terms to know that Freddy's a joke, but it's one scene when he dragging the body and the body bag down the hallway and the blood is dripping. It always fucks me up. That definitely gives me nightmares still. So yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street Part 1 is definitely movies in the kid life for sure.
Wow. Lord have mercy. Let me give y'all mine.
All right, go ahead.
I've had time to study this for a while. I got Purple Rain.
Oh wow!
Oh, that's a good one. That's a great movie.
Moody, you could probably tell me why that's one of my key to life movies.
Because the pop from Tales in the Hood is in there.
No. This is real. This is a real. This scene altered my life when Apollonia came up out of Lake Minnetonka
with no clothes on
and was topless.
Yes.
You know, I was a child. I wasn't supposed to see that. That was my first time ever seeing a naked woman.
Oh wow!
Was Apollonia?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. So that that kind of changed my attraction to certain women. Okay. I started going. It shifted my whole manhood. Yeah. Anyway,
that's formative.
Yeah. Beverly Hills Cop.
There you go.
That's a classic. That's a classic. That's a classic.
Eddie Murphy. One of the first black action heroes, regardless of what people want to say.
No, absolutely. Well, you can't forget Dolomite.
Yeah, I wasn't around for that. But the reason why Beverly Hills is a key to my life is because he took me to Beverly Hills. You know what I'm saying? He took me somewhere that I'd never been before, being from the projects. When I saw that, I was like, damn, it's a place that exists like this. So, when I first could get around and get to LA, the first place I went to was Beverly Hills.
I mean, it's no New York, but...
Yeah. So, Beverly Hills 1 and 2. And, I like the tall blonde lady in the movie. Shout out to her. I forgot her name. She passed away. What was her name? Forgot her name. The Wiz.
Oh, that's major.
Honorable mention, The Wizard of Oz. You can't, the OG and then the real movie.
Man.
So, it took you somewhere else that you've never been before. So that was one.
The Wiz is crazy, man. And it still hits today. It still hits.
Yeah. I heard they doing another one.
Yep. They doing I know they're doing a musical now. I think it just opened up out here in LA, maybe this past week or something like that. But I think you're right. I think you're right that they're doing like a movie that's similar. Is Kenya Barris involved with the?
I feel like he was, and if he is, then it might be a good look. As long as they don't play us on that, because you can't mess with the Wiz. So the Wiz, and you got Mike, you got Diana. It's a musical back then. I like to sing and dance. So boom, that was one. Yeah. Moody, you in here?
Yeah, I'm here. What's that, 3? All
right,
that's 3.
Yeah, that's
3.
Okay, and then we got Boys in the Hood.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. That's a cultural iconic moment in time. Absolutely.
That movie had a crazy impact on my life because at the time I thought my family members was crazy how they was talking and acting. And then I saw niggas on TV doing it. Shout out to gang culture. And then my sleeper is Back to the Future. Come on, it took us to the future.
Back to the Future is that's another one of those that has aged so well. Like the DeLorean, like all the retro stuff back then, like it's still in now. Like the 1985 stuff is here.
Hey Al, check out the cover for the episode 44. We're sitting in the DeLorean.
Yeah, we are.
We're sitting in the DeLorean. Yeah. Nuts.
Yeah, so Back to the Future is definitely one of my childhood, especially if you like future jumping and all that type of sci-fi. That to me as a kid was crazy. Even to this day, I'm like, damn, this movie was way ahead of its time.
Wow,
underappreciated, all that. But yeah, that's my 5.
Well done, gentlemen. Like we covered a bunch of movies. That's a lot of different tastes that we got, but I feel like most of us rode for each of each other's selections, though.
No, absolutely,
absolutely. And I give y'all one more. Everybody in agree on Goonies. Come on now.
Of course,
Goonies never die.
Of course. Goonies never die. Yeah, I agree with you, bro.
I used to wish me and my project buddies could go hit the desert and find the damn island.
like it's that spirit of exploration, and it captures it as a kid. And now for people who weren't around in the 80s or even the 90s, now you have Stranger Things, which I think captures, or is definitely inspired by a lot of that energy.
Absolutely. Yeah. They just do some ghosts and goblins.
Yeah.
so let me ask you this. I got a question for you, Al. Now, we talked about great interviews, all the flexing interviews. What was the worst interview you had on the red carpet?
Oh, I got it right here. I'm not going to say I'm going to describe the scenario.
What if you just said, you guys?
No. Never. No, this is so easy. I'll make this really, really easy, and I appreciate it. Now, I was on the carpet at a film festival, and my boss at the time, the client was this movie theater chain, and the movie theater chain wanted me to ask every person who came down the carpet about their favorite movie theater snack. It makes sense. Like, that's what, their theater, this is the kind of content that they need. But the tricky thing was, one of the movies was this documentary about a wartime photographer who had died. And the producers of this documentary were A-listers. Like, if I were to say names, like you know this guy's name, like he's in a new movie coming out right now, like top dude. So he was coming down the carpet, and normally my thing is, okay, if you want me to ask a specific like kind of question like that doesn't have anything to do with the movie, all I need is give me like one question that I can, like an easy question that I can ask beforehand, just to warm the person up, let them know that I do respect them, that I paid attention to the movie, and then I can slide on in a fun question like that. So I'm planning on that. I see him coming down the carpet. He's coming down. Then he gets to me. By the time he gets to me, the publicist says, "You get one question." And so I'm like, and I got my boss standing right on the other side of the carpet looking at me, and I'm like, if I only get one question, like I gotta ask the thing that I was sent here to do. Yeah. And so I'm like, how am I gonna do this? All right, Albert, let's try it. So he comes on up, I'm like, hey, great to meet you, sir. He goes, cool. And I said, well, look, congratulations on making this movie about this wartime photographer. I know that it's a really powerful film. And he goes, thank you. And I said, and there's nothing like watching a powerful film in a big theater full of other people that you can enjoy it with. And he's like, I agree. And I said, so when you go to a movie theater, what snacks do you like to eat? And he just looked at me and he goes, are you serious?
Wow.
And this is all on camera. And I said, and I'm like trying to play it off. I said, yes, sir. I think they told me I only get one question. And he goes, and that's what you chose to ask?
Wow.
And you just, like, there's nothing more I can say. So then I looked at him, I said, yes. and remember, like, this is happening in front of my boss, in front of, like, his publicist, in front of other people on the red carpet. And then he just, like, walks on past me after that. So we don't get an answer. We don't get anything. So then in the end, the only thing we really got from that interview was, like, B-roll that we could use in a clip, kind of thing, but, like, no actual words, because he didn't say anything that we could use. So that, for me, that was a really, I laughed afterwards, because I'm like, I was there for a job. Like, I was there doing what my bosses were asking me to do. And I definitely tried my best. I tried my best, but sometimes you don't get it. But I felt embarrassed, because, like, I felt embarrassed for him as well. Yeah. So, like, he didn't want to have to answer that.
Can I guess the actor?
Okay, you can guess, but I'm not gonna say yes or no.
All right. So if I had to think about who it was, I would say Debo.
Debo.
I feel like Debo would have answered. Debo definitely would have answered what kind of snacks that he likes.
No, you might be right.
Debo would have answered.
Debo? Yeah. Did you hear what kind of movie it was? Why would Debo be there?
That's why I feel like Debo wouldn't answer, because he was at that movie.
it's fun. I mean, but like, you know, what I learned from that though is like, look, okay, you're gonna still fall. You're still gonna, you know, fall flat on your face sometimes.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
like at the same time, if you were to put me in that exact same spot today, would I do the same thing? I don't know. Like maybe I would feel like maybe I would talk with my boss a little bit more and be like, hey, look, I've tried something like this before. Out of respect for the performer and out of respect for the material, like maybe we don't ask the snack question.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
getting up to that,
Yeah.
I think I feel more confident to do that now.
Sound like boss try to line you up.
Right.
So, all right, I got one more question about a movie.
Yeah.
You ready? So, me and Davis was talking about this earlier. Apparently, he didn't know until I just mentioned it to him. What do you feel like what do you feel about the first still shots of the Michael Jackson movie?
Hold on, ask me that one more time. The first shots of the Michael Jackson movie?
Yeah, like so his nephew Tito, not Tito,
Oh,
Jermaine's
yes.
son. You saw that, and Nia Long is the mom. What do you feel about that?
Okay, hold on. Here's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm actually gonna pull up because I know I saw like I saw some shots of them walking off a set or something. I think I saw Coleman Domingo and some shots walking off set, but I haven't seen shots. Have they released actual stills from the movie?
They've released stills of the movie. So Nia Long is playing Captain Jackson, and Michael Jackson's nephew Jabbar Jackson is playing Michael Jackson.
Okay, 1 second. Michael Jackson.
You better know how to dance.
Still.
I'm telling you, like this, like Michael then came back to Earth through his nephew. This shit is wild.
We gotta see the acting first.
Wow. So is it? You said it's just stills, right? There's no footage, right?
There's
Yeah,
no,
it's
there's
just
no,
stills.
It's just stills. Yeah, it's no.
Because
footage.
right now I'm seeing. Okay, what I'm seeing is Coleman and Nia walking. Like there's like an umbrella.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that like. Okay, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. When they first announced that they were doing a Michael Jackson biopic, I didn't know that we necessarily needed another one, right? Because I thought that the original, like was it like the American Dream one?
That's what I told him earlier today.
But but when you really think about it, that was really more focused on them as a family. Like, has anybody ever done Michael right yet?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
Like we.
The one comedian did it and flopped.
Who, Flex Alexander?
Yes.
He still got to hand me a fade listen. You out there in Cali, bro, Al. When you see Flex Alexander, tell him he got to hand me the fade for playing Michael Jackson in that fucking movie.
Why would he?
Fade?
What he must have been hard on bread at that moment. Like, yeah.
It's a bold move. It's a bold move.
Much? 100,000? Bet. Let's do it.
The government gonna take half of it, but I don't even give a fuck. Just give me the money. I need it.
he did it for 25,000.
But to your point, this one though, like when you line up the kind of actors that they've got in here, like I feel like Nia Long. Maybe it's just because like I love Nia Long, but like I feel like Nia Long, I feel like Coleman Domingo, these people, they're not gonna just say yes to a project that's
not at all
high profile, that's this level of difficulty without actually believing that there's something of character, there's something of weight and substantial here.
So let me ask this.
Yeah.
Would y'all rather a movie where it's young Mike to old Mike, or would y'all rather them just lock in on a specific age and go from there, like middle-aged Mike? You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I feel like some of the best biopics are the ones where it's not like the cradle to grave ones, right? Like not the baby all the way to the end of the death, but like when you really focus in on one specific key moment in that person's life, I think you get a chance to dig on in a different way. So I would love to see the version where, and I'm trying to think like what era, which era of Mike though would we want to see a movie focus on? That's the challenging part.
Thriller, off the wall, dangerous, bad. I want to see all that shit.
But how do you get all that in an hour, 20 minutes? You got to think. Our episodes are going to be longer than that documentary.
Maybe it's going to be a 2-hour movie like it was back in the day. Maybe it'd be 3 hours like Malcolm X was back in the day.
Nah, bro. These movie budgets ain't doing that nowadays. Come on, Albert, tell them.
It's hard to get the big money for for like serious dramas and stuff as much these days. But with that Michael Jackson name though. Like I feel like they know people.
Yeah, like that's different. That's different. That like I feel
you're
like,
right. You're right.
And like you said, Davis, I don't even think that's something that you could put on that streaming platform type of. You know, it has to go to theaters. It's Michael Jackson.
It's better come to theaters.
It's Michael Jackson.
Because this is gonna be the kind of thing where you want to have people singing and dancing in the aisles in the theater like. There's nothing like hearing like that music when you're in a group of people. Like I feel like the theater is where something like this will come to life. So I'm hoping that it's a theatrical release. And like I said, look, I mean. Coleman Domingo and Nia Long, these are like some of the dopest actors that we have in our generation right now. Like they're gonna bring it. I'm confident.
Yeah.
I'm confident.
Yeah. No,
and with a Michael Jackson movie, it's gonna evoke a bunch of emotions. So you're gonna laugh, cry, dance.
Man. Oh, it like I mean his stuff still comes on. And it's like whether it's family reunions or whether it's just like you driving in your car, like you can't escape Michael. You can't escape it. So yeah, it's
and you're right. Like the biggest artist and the most famous person ever to walk Earth absolutely should have a dope biopic.
Yeah. He has to.
And it's crazy that these big corporations and movie companies ain't putting a lot of money behind it to make it one of the biggest movies ever. That's crazy how they play Mike out. And it was crazy that this was announced the same time that his catalog was being sold. I don't know if nobody peeped that.
I didn't notice that. Oh shoot, I just saw these other oh dang. Okay, now I see the photos with Nia and Jafar Jackson.
Crazy, right? Okay, crazy.
You can't tell me that this ain't Michael.
That's Michael. That's really Michael.
He look a little bit buffer. His triceps and that upper area a little buff. He got to get a little skinnier.
Yeah, Michael was a little slighter, but like, this is a wild, y'all. I'm like, is this AI?
It gives you that anticipation. It's like you really want to see what's about to happen with this movie.
Oh my gosh.
And you know, anything with Mike, they like to cancel it. They'll get halfway through production and be like, "Yeah, movie's canceled."
This one better go through because
this is going through. This is going through.
Because I feel like what's also key because they got there's the Michael Jackson show on Broadway now too that did really that's doing very well. But
I want to go see that.
And it really focuses like there's a moment in the show where they focus a lot on Michael's relationship with his mom and you know Michael and his mom. From all accounts that I've heard, you know, we're just so incredibly close, had this really touching, this beautiful relationship. And that, like, when I see stuff like that, I've got a couple weaknesses with the movies. Like, one is like mom and dad and like son stuff, you know, like anything having to do with like parents and a kid when they have like an emotional moment, I get like, it chokes me up. And then the other one is like brotherhood stuff, like, guys just like being there for each other, guys just really having each other's back and being allowed to be emotional in that way, like it chokes me on up. So seeing this picture with Jafar and Nia, like as my like I'm already like, oh shoot, y'all get the tissues on now. This is gonna be a it's
definitely gonna be it. Yeah, absolutely.
Moody definitely gonna cry now.
Absolutely. I'm a listen, hey Al, like after like last year, I don't know what is going on with me. I'm a crying ass motherfucker.
Oh man, open it up.
Yeah.
Open it up.
He cried so much on the podcast I started calling him crying.
Oh, it's all good, Moody. Well, look, it's in the name though, mood, you know. So
absolutely. Absolutely.
You know what y'all should do? Y'all should do like a live show or something like that, or like host a live thing at a screening for the movie.
Well, no, you know, but you know what's crazy? We're actually going to interview Michael Jackson on one of these episodes.
No.
I'm just saying. We on some other shit, brother. We on some other shit, brother. The Road podcast is just different. We just different. So Albert Talks heard it first. So when you on them red carpets, let them know that the Riding Out All Day podcast is interviewing Michael Jackson for his new movie. Let them know. We're interviewing MJ for his new movie.
Oh shoot!
So, you know.
Yeah, that's funny.
Love it.
Damn! Shout out to MJ, man.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah,
the greatest person on earth. I ain't gonna get into that question. You know, we all want to keep our jobs.
Look, I don't even know the question, but I thank you in advance for that.
Woo. So I'm going to. So my daughter's birthday is March 1st. I'm going to Disneyland.
Yeah. Yeah. Happy early birthday.
I'm gonna make sure that I drop my freestyle a little before we go. So I'm gonna send it to you, and you let me know if I post it or not.
Please do that. It'll go viral. It'll go viral.
Shit, we need to go viral. Damn, man, we got. I feel like we should have a 2-part episode because there's so much stuff we didn't touch on.
Yeah,
I'd be glad
that we could have touched on.
Y'all are amazing. I mean, and again, like it's wild because in listening to like I was going through binging episodes, listening to y'all at the gym, and I was just like, I was cracking up. I was listening to the Marriage Pass one, and y'all were going wild on that one. And I was listening to, of course, like the Super Bowl predictions beforehand. I don't.
Oh yeah.
You guys didn't. Did y'all end up coming back and talking about your predictions in terms of what you?
We talked about it a little bit. We we did horribly, so we didn't want to.
I was like,
too much
y'all
light
didn't
on
give much
us.
time to it.
I mean, the Chiefs won, so I'll give us that. The Chiefs did win the Super Bowl, so
yeah. So I was like, it was one of those episodes. Like, if anything comes true, we gonna go crazy on the next episode. if it don't, we not gonna talk about.
We're not gonna say shit.
Because I love like y'all had me hyped for the halftime show. I was like, oh, what if Usher does start? He is in the car, and this person does come. And I was like, y'all had me ready.
I am gonna say though, we predicted he was gonna slip. He slipped when he went through that dude's legs.
He definitely did.
He slipped. He hit homie in the nuts and everything.
But the
he
dude
slipped.
is on skates. Come on, like he's gotta fall a little bit. Yeah.
And now that I think about it, we did say that there wasn't gonna be stripper pose. Moody, didn't you say it was gonna be stripper pose?
I did.
I was like, I didn't think the Super Bowl was gonna allow that, but they did. That was a good one. So we went 2 for 39.
Yeah, we shot 13%. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
Yo, one of my homeboys, he messaged me and said, "Yo, delete that episode. That was stupid."
I love the boldness of it, still just sitting right up there in the feed.
I said, "Yo, we not deleting nothing."
That's part of y'all's thing, right? You're like, no edits. You don't edit.
Yeah, we don't edit nothing. And the cold part, you know what took attention away from that episode is the fact that Usher was all on Alicia Keys. Nobody cared about that episode. They was just like, whatever. Usher saved us. Usher saved us.
That joint turned into a meme so quick. That's the other thing about the internet. Things turn into memes so quickly. Yeah. And I'm just trying to figure out who is it that's sitting at their computer with the skills to clip everything?
Me.
You know what I want to know? I want to know who is the person who took the picture of Michael Jordan at retirement when he was crying and made that meme. That's who I want to know. I want to know who did that. Who did that?
Hey, they probably under witness protection right now.
Who called Michael Jordan that? It's crazy that like Michael Jordan is one of the great basketball players ever, but most people in the modern world know him motherfucking crying.
Hey, I want. Hey, that dude gets royalties for that. He get royalties for that, right?
Man, yeah, like these things that will live long after us. We live in a wild time.
We do,
and it's crazy that you said that, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do a podcast because this voice will last forever.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? This will be here long gone, and some cool kid or female or gut whatever might stumble upon it and say, "Hey, I'm a binge all the episodes."
Yeah, like who was these dudes? Who was these folks? Yeah, absolutely.
Or like I think about that when my daughter, when my daughter gets older and starts listening, and I'm like, oh God. Hopefully she'll know me by then. She'll know Pops is a Rolling Stone.
Like it was such an emotionally beautiful thing, and then you were. I was over here co-signing like yeah, and then
he was like yeah. Oh, you ain't shit. Come on, I just said a key to my life episode was Apollonia getting out of the river.
So wait, so talking about speaking of ain't shit.
Yeah.
Davis, you got a Reddit question?
I do have a Reddit question for us. All right, so the Reddit question for today is, let me go to my Nizotes. This is based on, whatever. All right, let's go.
All right.
So the Reddit question of the day is, what villain was terrifying because they were right?
The girl in the Please movie. Oh my God, y'all gotta watch it. It's bad.
God, bro.
The girl in the she needs a fucking Oscar for that movie. She was like the Joker. She was like fucking. What's the boy that died? She was like Heath Ledger in that movie.
No,
it's nuts. Oh my God.
I'm gonna go watch it because you didn't promote it more than.
Listen, the movie Please or Tubi is nuts. Y'all gotta watch that shit. She was like the Joker.
I bet you she's your type, and that's why
you're not. No, she not. No, y'all just gotta watch it. I ain't gonna say nothing. Y'all gotta watch the Please movie. She was like fucking Heath Ledger.
All right, so Albert, what villain was terrifying because they were right?
Okay, this one might have to go to Killmonger from Black Panther.
Oh, good one.
Yeah.
Good one.
I mean,
good one.
I'm not 100% agreeing with his perspective and his politics, but he gave us something honestly to think about, right? Like he, in Black Panther, T'Challa was so much about, like the peace and Wakanda was all about the isolationism, but Killmonger was like, nope, that's not gonna work. We've already tried that. It's gonna have to be a little bit stronger than that. So yeah, really flawed with his actions and whatnot. But one of the reasons that we liked Michael B. Jordan in it is because I think a lot of us felt like maybe there's something there.
Yeah. Listen.
Point.
Hey Al, so I'm definitely correlating what you're saying with the museum scene.
Yes.
The museum scene. Yes, absolutely.
Indeed.
And you got to keep in mind on Black Panther 2 and beyond, they ended up doing what Killmonger was talking about.
Yeah, they did. They did.
You know what I'm saying?
They did. They absolutely did.
He took it too far, but the idea wasn't all wrong.
Most psychopaths do. You know what I'm saying?
Right. There's a kernel of like a good idea. Yeah. You just take it too far.
We can look through history and see a trace of that. So mine is, I'm gonna have to go with remember the movie Unbreakable?
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Mr. Glass.
Oh, Mr. Glass.
Elijah Price. He was right.
Samuel L. Jackson.
He was right.
He was.
And Samuel, boy, he played that role.
He did. He was. He was right. I can't.
What he said was like, good can't exist without evil, and evil can't exist without good.
Balance.
Yeah.
Balance. Yeah. Absolutely.
All his theories was right. So shout out to Mr. Glass.
Yeah. Samuel L. Jackson, by the way, he's one of those cats who has just been working from era to era to era. Like,
absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I feel like he probably doesn't. I mean, I don't know his finances, but like, I'm pretty sure he don't need to work ever again. But I think he's just like doing stuff that he enjoys at this point.
And what's crazy about Samuel Jackson is that he's the highest grossing actor of all time.
Crazy. It's crazy.
Of all time.
I didn't know that.
And when I say that around a certain audience, bro, it turns into a straight debate. They get to Googling. They bring up J-Lo.
What they do? Tom Hanks. They said Tom
Cruise,
Tom
Hanks.
I'm like, Tom Hanks.
I'm like, yeah, like a dog. Like, if you want to make people mad in the debate, just say that out loud.
That's hilarious. It's like
they're gonna go berserk.
I think people forget that he's been involved with these huge franchises. Like, who else has been in Star Wars movie? In Marvel
Star Wars
movie?
is crazy. Yeah.
Yes.
No, for sure.
Those two alone. Cha-ching.
Done.
All right,
yes.
but we ain't gonna forget the fact that he was in Coming to America too.
Coming to America.
We're not gonna do that. We ain't gonna act like he went in Mo Better Blues. We're gonna act like he went in the classics.
I'll tell you what, villain.
Die Hard with a Vengeance. Like Samuel L. got a lengthy resume.
lengthy.
He did play he played a villain though that wasn't right. In Django. Do y'all remember him in Django?
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
I love Django.
Oh yeah.
His character was the worst. He was bad. Yeah.
Shit, he damn near played a villain in Coach Carter. Yeah, his Black Snake Moan. He was a villain.
Samuel L. No, so if I'm a think about any like Samuel L. moment that deserved an award, my honorable mention is going to be The Negotiator.
Negotiator.
But my number one is going to be Snakes on the Plane.
Yo, Snakes.
I heard they're dropping a part 2.
Yo, Snakes on the Plane part 2 is crazy.
This is great grandson, Spirit Airlines.
Yo. It's not actual snakes, it's the people who run the airline.
Yeah, like Snakes on a Plane, that movie, like these days there's so many jokes that turn into things, memes and whatnot. But I feel like that movie, it was back in 2006, so that was before
that's
we had this meme culture, So it was crazy that it went from being a joke to being an actual film back then in theaters. Y'all, that joint wasn't just there was no streaming. That was in theaters.
Yeah, I went to the movies to see that.
I bet your stupid ass.
No, you know what? I loved him in Deep Blue Sea. Did y'all see Deep Blue Sea?
Oh yeah, that's my movie. I watch. Believe it or not, my thing is I like airplane movies and I like water movies.
Okay.
So I probably watched Deep Blue Sea probably 100 times. And at one time I ain't have cable and all I had was Deep Blue Sea. And what other DVD was it? It was some stupid ass movie.
So Blaine is some stupid shit like that.
It was State Property.
What?
So I used to just watch those over and over and over and over again.
Wow.
You know how you watch movies so long you start pretending you one of the actors? I was every role on Deep Blue Sea.
Man, and when he meets his death in Deep Blue Sea, like in the middle of the speech, it's brilliant. Yeah. Like none of us are expecting that.
Then he get ate by a shark or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Like giving some big
snatched
speech.
His arm on.
And then
y'all motherfuckers need to we need to stick together. The shark just hopped out. Give me that arm, homie. Yeah, shout out to Samuel. Who Samuel versus Denzel? Who you got?
I don't know. That's a good one.
Oh, that is good.
Wait, so because we can name like the funny Samuel L. movies, but then you got shit like A Time to Kill. Samuel got a deep bag.
He does.
He got a deep bag. He got a very deep bag.
You know what? Now that I think about it, I got to give Samuel that one. We got to go even deeper. Let's go Samuel Jackson versus Tom Hanks.
Samuel L. all day.
I don't know.
Although Tom Hanks played in Philadelphia, which is a great movie.
That was amazing. I mean,
that was a great movie. He did Forrest Gump.
Tom Hanks got a. Oh no, I guess.
Tom Hanks has a very quality resume, but like Samuel Jackson, you can't get his numbers.
He got some Walmart specials in there. hey, and I like Walmart specials. Like
you remember, like the Redbox joint?
Yes. Yo, you know what's crazy is when I see people at Redbox, I promise you. I give them a link. I say, hey, bro, stop paying for this shit. Do you have a smart TV? Do you have a tablet?
You got an iPhone. You got an Android.
iPhone.
What you got?
I'm gonna give you a link. Don't ever give money to this thing again.
I got a question. Go ahead.
They look at me crazy. They just look at me crazy.
Well, see, now that you mentioned Redbox, I'm wondering, do y'all both still have like DVD players? Y'all still have your physical media?
No, not at all. There's no DVD players in this house at all.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, and I'm like, but it's wild because now I've still got my DVDs. And I've given some of them away, but I'm like, I think I'm just holding on to them for emotional value.
Wait, talk about. So, Al, what's the last DVD you actually stuck in the DVD player and watched?
Oh my god!
What's the last one you watched?
Oh my gosh, the last one that I watched. Ooh, that's tough. You got me in my head now. I'm going through my box. I'm like, what?
It better be something like Biker Boys. You got served. The one of them motherfuckers.
Like honestly, it might have been something like Drumline.
Drumline. Hey, you know what?
The Yard.
Stomp the Yard. No.
Y'all know what? I'm lying. I got the regular Xbox in the other room in my daughter's room. So
there you go.
I still got a DVD player.
Man, but the thing, what was that? I know y'all watched the movie on Netflix. Oh my gosh, with Julia Roberts, Mahershala Ali. It's kind of like about the end of the world. Hold on.
Oh my God! It's crazy you brought that up.
Let me see.
Did you hear that, Moody?
I heard that. We are manifesting on a very different level, bro. You don't even understand what you just did. Oh my God. You don't even understand what you just did.
We should probably end the episode at this point.
We should. We should. Wait, time out.
The internet should end.
Time out. Time the fuck out.
No, that was crazy. That was crazy. We got to do a part 2 then.
Yeah,
we got to end the
Riding All Day.
Episode.
Riding Out All Day is literally the greatest podcast in the history of fucking podcasts. After Albert talks, just drop that fucking bomb.
No, the crazy thing is we're at the end of the pod, and because me and Moody share notes.
Yes.
In our notes, we had a whole segment on talking about that specific movie.
No, you
yes.
Yo.
I swear to God. And we ain't talking about it the whole episode. We left it alone and come on.
Because we was rolling, so we was like, fuck it, we ain't even gonna bring it up. You know what I'm saying? Like we was rolling. And it's crazy that you brought it up.
You brought it up. We wasn't thinking about it.
Yo,
you brought it up. But
we're just on the same wavelength right now. That's all that's happening.
Listen, bro. I'm gonna tell you how different level this shit gets. We had an episode with a young lady called Yasmin Delian, right? Bro, I just got to share this with you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, make it quick,
you asshole.
Make it quick right now. This is Prince documentary. Shorter than this.
So no, listen. We had her on the podcast, and we get in the studio, and sometimes the shit gets distorted. The whole episode, I couldn't hear her talking at all. But I didn't fuck the episode up. I just literally went through the episode. Yo, when you listen to this Yasmin Delian episode, it sounds like I heard everything she fucking said through the whole fucking episode, bro.
I swear to God. My replies.
I swear to God.
My replies.
I swear to God.
My answers.
I swear to God.
And was talking to her.
It was nuts.
Y'all, that's a real link. Y'all, but this is what you get for working together for 5 years. Y'all have become one. You're fused.
Yeah.
Yep. That's awesome.
Yeah, but that is wild that you brought that
up.
I don't even think we should talk about it now. I think we should,
Okay, so we don't have to talk about it, but the only reason I just brought it up was because we were talking about physical DVDs, and that movie makes a really good case for holding on to some of our DVDs and maybe having
absolutely.
DVD player,
Absolutely.
Which was literally going to be the topic of this episode.
No. That the internet doesn't matter, and that we live in the real fucking world. That's wild. That's wild.
You have to stick in the notes. We got to DM the notes. So
we're gonna attach you in the notes, bro. This is nuts. Yo, wait, time out. Who? Look. Albert Talks, legendary red carpet shit, Oprah, Dave Chappelle, all these other motherfuckers that y'all don't even know nothing about. What the fuck is we talking about right now?
Tracy Ellis Ross trumps everybody.
That's all I'm gonna say. Who taking this out?
Albert, do us the honors and take us about this motherfucker.
I can't take it. This is y'all's joint. I'm a guest.
Hey, that makes it even better.
Okay, all right. Look. Riding Out All Day, y'all already know what it is when you want to find people who can share your passion, when you want to find people who can really get you through your day, give you some extra smiles, but then also probably give you some weird stuff to think about. You already know you tuned into the right spot, so keep on downloading, keep on liking. Let's push these brothers way past the million so we can celebrate this 2 million subscribers.
Yes, get it. Let's fucking get it.
And make sure y'all check out Albert Talks on our social media platforms.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you.
Red carpet royalty.
Oh my gosh, I might have to follow that. Red carpet royalty.
Red carpet royalty. That's for you, bro. Red carpet royalty.
That's a gift. Thank you.
And we out. We appreciate you coming on, brother.
All right, y'all, hit me up. Peace.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Another great episode. That was a great episode.
How about a car start blinking, 2 gun minimum, chopping a little one, yeah. How about a car start blinking, 2 gun minimum, chopping a little one, yeah. I can count on both hands how many times I called on you niggas. If I could shoot with 2 hands, and I'd probably walk with both blicks, yeah. You a real snake ass pill popping niggas that was bitch made. They was trying to take the bread off bro head and they ain't get paid. Boy, you know what we mean, I ain't saying shit to you niggas. How about the car start blinking, 2 gun minimum, chopping a little one, yeah. Hit him, just hit over, finish him, yeah. That nigga gone, that nigga dead, wow. We send a shot to his head, wow. That's why my sneakers on red. My nigga said you gon' pray for me, cool, baby. This pistol stay with me daily. I know the niggas wanna beg me, that shit ain't dead. I ain't sweet or cakey. This little bitch want relation, bitch we can fuck. Why you keep trying to date me? I'm outside running my movie. I got like 2 or 3 views, you can love it or hate me. I put a boy on the TV screen, but they below count the news too. I wasn't playing with BBs, I got 9mm to loose screw. When I got shot, we ain't boo-hoo. When I held up, it was boom, 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 boom. I can count on both hands how many times I called on you niggas. If I could shoot with 2 hands, and I'd probably walk with both blicks, yeah. You a real snake ass pill popping niggas that was bitch made. They was trying to take the bread off bro head and they ain't get paid. Boy, you know what we mean, I ain't saying shit to you niggas. How about the car start blinking, 2 gun minimum, chopping a little one, yeah. Hit him, just hit over, finish him, yeah. That nigga gone, that nigga dead, wow. We send a shot to his head, wow. That's why my sneakers on red. Boy, you know what we mean, I ain't saying shit to you niggas. How about the car start blinking, 2 gun minimum, chopping a little one, yeah. Hit him, just hit over, finish him, yeah. That nigga gone, that nigga dead, wow. We send a shot to his head, wow. That's why my sneakers on red. Do you know where the fuck you at right now? Wake the fuck up. Stop talking that bullshit.